Okay, hello everyone. This is Gaurav, this side from IEC International Entrepreneurs Club, and it's by Zavok. And today we are having the most important topic to discuss, that is commercialization. Every startup, entrepreneur, company requires the commercial aspect to be seen very maturely, and this is what we are about to discuss here. And this is a very important factor for not only startups but every entrepreneur or company to see the commercial aspect at very good level. So we have Mr. Didzis with us as our official mentor also with IEC, and with more than 10 years experience of business development and strategy planning and management for startups as well as companies, helping them for especially for tech innovators, these kind of things. And he's right now doing his postdoc research for innovative ICT product development methods. So a long list. I do have Didzis. Welcome, Didzis, here.
Thank you, Gaurav. So, hello everyone.
Yes. Okay. So this is I like my first question in the list is like, what, because you are into the industry, you are dealing with startups a lot of times and companies. What is the main reason you see that startups get failed?
Yeah, I can already speak from my own experience because I have failed myself a few projects, and conclusion is very clear. And this is actually supported by global statistics as well. That the number one reason for failure is that there is no market for the proposed idea or solution you are bringing with your startup. Basically, this means building something for what there is no demand. And maybe this idea is very interesting for you, for your team. You are very, so to say, positive and very enthusiastic about building something. Exactly. So you put a lot of energy into something that actually nobody needs in the market, and nobody is willing to pay for any sort of money, or even to use it for free. So basically, this means that the reason for failure is that the team has not done simple homework, testing if there is any market and if there is any demand for such a product. Okay, there are some specific solutions which may be related to this category of so-called deep tech products or services where, initially a company develops very innovative technology and uses this so-called technology push strategy, which means launching to market something totally novel and totally different solution to everything else that exists currently in the market. But at the same time, it is possible to do some customer tests and speak with stakeholders and so to say validate your assumptions about your startup and idea beforehand, before actually spending a lot of time and money to develop this intended product or service.
So, indeed, like I myself have started and failed some of my very good ideas that I knew like that were like word changing, but nobody got interested in that. It do happen. So, okay, my next question from your experience, like, do you really think this is that the funding is required essential aspects of today's startups? Because today it's like funding mania. Everybody is looking for funding, but entrepreneurship is something different than funding. What's your opinion about it?
No, I think that funding is essential when a startup reaches specific milestone, or when it validates the first assumptions about this innovation and actually arrives to this MVP or this minimally viable product that can be scaled just to amplify, not amplify, but increase revenues. So I mean. I think that funding is not essential in the very early phase when there is only idea, because you can spend a lot of money developing a prototype which will not fit actually market expectations.
Right.
At the same time, this means that you can build very simple prototype if we are talking about, for instance, some kind of software solutions or software projects. Just you can subscribe to those proto.io sites or so, which cost some 15 euros per month or so,
Okay.
develop this wireframe or framework, which is, a model of what your software would look like from user interface perspective, or even do some simple transitions, which
Basic
show
conditions, right.
mechanical kind, for instance, this software. So in that sense, all you need is actually your time as investment, and just really those 15 euros or dollars for this monthly subscription fee.
Right.
And at that moment, when you make this first effort or step to develop this very simple prototype or draft even idea, and then it's already something that you can show to first your end customers to start getting feedback and actually get any response to understand if they would be interested in using something like that. And if you collect some positive feedback that this is something
That
would
can
be
run,
worth
right.
developing, that's the moment when funding question comes in, and that I think would be the first time when it would be essential or relevant to talk about it, because then you would definitely need some resources to pay fees.
Definitely will be another interview round with you, because you are the right person to tell the community how to represent and what should be there for funding, these all things. But right now we are not going in funding. So
Sure. But, it's to answer
it
the
is
question.
definitely a very big question about people don't know about how to approach and what they should get with themselves to present. So my next question is, how should a startup or a company think and plan its commercial part? Can we have any thumb rule for the commercialization designing, something like that, or it is a total complex thing?
No, I think that for again, if we are talking about early startup which doesn't have any traction at all, and a team comes together, develops something, and it is important actually to understand to get to the moment where there is the very first customer who is willing to pay any money, and from that perspective, that will be the moment when team will be able to realize what price tag can be attached to the offering market, because actually it might be so that team will have to spend some time actually testing different pricing models, and
So it's like hit and try kind of thing.
Exactly, and once the team arrives to this so to say relevant price level, then it will be able to understand and do some projections of revenue for future models, because until the moment you have the first revenue starting come in, it's very difficult to predict anything. You can draw, those hockey stick curves, so predicting that the revenue will skyrocket. But essentially, in the reality, it is about this first paying customer, who is indicator of realistic revenue level, at least, plus minus. And then just have to, so to say, adjust all your revenue projections, I think, from that moment. But at the same time, for commercialization, it is important to understand also realistic scope of expenses related to development. Let's say, if you have, right now, product in a very early phase or just idea on a blank sheet of paper, then you will definitely need some amount of money for its development, for launching, let's say, either beta or any version of the product that can be actually provided to end customers. So depending on the, so to say, conditions, how you have agreed to invest your time and resources with your team, that should also give you...
That's the starting point. For the first customer, you get it started when you get your first revenue, and you have to hit and try again and again, because this is the business industry. You have to do some research at your own, and any thumb rule or anything written in books cannot implement on any company like that simple. It's not that simple. You have to implement by your own.
No, I mean, books are very good. Well, for instance, to understand how to do market research, and definitely it would not be smart. Well, just to ignore everything that happens on market, because well, you can take a look at similar solutions which are there in market, which are maybe not solving your problem exactly, but which are giving you indication what price level your competitors are selling their solutions, and you can use those numbers just to look for your own calculations, just to understand what can you expect to be charging from customers, and then use this as input for financial calculations. And this is like rule of thumb in that sense. Well, just use very simple market research.
And
And
I guess
afterward,
this is what you provide as service to the startups and companies, like how to proceed. And this is, I think, your part comes in, because people knows about their product only. They are enthusiastic about their product only, but they don't know about the business structure and something like that. And here comes the person like you, who can come in and who can guide them with their product. So
yes, and it's also
where can people connect you? Like when we'll be editing this video, we'll be like running your email ID or something. If you would like to provide us, or any your page somewhere where people can connect with you for professional services.
yes. People are definitely welcome to approach me either through LinkedIn or over email, which you can provide them.
I'll ask you later, and then we'll provide on this editing here somewhere. Okay. So,
Yeah.
and any other thing you want to, like something, your frustration or something, your inner side, which you want to share with the startups or new companies, like, guys, don't do this, or guys, at least do this, because we are a lot of experienced person right now. So something you want to share, something maybe simple, fishy, silly, whatever.
Yeah, everything takes a longer time than you expect. That's for sure.
Agreed.
And everything also costs twice as much as you expect initially. So that sense, it relates to both planning and also trying to understand. How will you arrive to the intended product versions and launches of eventually?
So you do one thing, make a paper plan, go for your funding, planning, timing, and at the end, when you are going out for the market, just double it up.
Exactly, everything. You don't. You, so to say, you better be very conservative about revenues, but be very so to say cautious about
So
expenses.
you half your revenue and double your expenses when you think it is optimal. I totally agree with it on this point, like, definitely. So what we are doing in IEC is like the same thing, because startup ecosystem is like something in dreams now. They are students are just ideating and going for funding. It is not actual entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is something like going hard, hit hard, and get failed, and back to the basics. It's a business. You have to go. It's not like an idea and just got millions of dollars funding. It happens in once in a million. So we at IEC are doing the things to make people aware about what you said at last. Doesn't go like you think. It takes much more time and efforts. So what's your idea about these kind of efforts? What we are doing?
No, I think it's a very very good activity or initiative you have established, and it's also I think what is important for startups to understand that difference between a startup and a company is that according to definition, startup is entity looking for a business model to be scaled. So they are searching, they are testing everything, and they are doing market research, doing product updates, searching for this product market fit. And once this has been found, and once company has identified the business models that can be scaled and the product that can be scaled, only then it actually transforms into, so to say, regular company or so to say enterprise, which can be scaled using traditional management methods. But in both cases, what is essential from entrepreneurship perspective is that you need definitely take on a risk, and understand that startup is to some extent likely to fail unless you put a lot of effort in pushing it forward. However, there is no guarantee that it will succeed. At the same time, there are tested recipes and, let's say, some rules of thumb which should be applied during the startup phase in order for company to succeed and get to this next stage. So everything is doable. I would
So
say.
it's like a really short information for the community to be next to with from an expert like you. So that was really great, and thank you, Didzis, to be here with us and sharing your knowledge with the community. And thank you everyone who is watching. And make sure the words you play the video again and again, and just try to understand small facts, because in just this short time span we cannot cover everything up. But you are most welcome to be there with IEC or our mentors or Didzis will be like giving his contact points here, whatever he provide us. And just make the community aware that entrepreneurship is something different. It's not simple like just having an idea, go out and start selling. It takes time. You have to have patience a lot. And thank you everyone, and follow us on Twitter at INTNT Club, and see you next time with some great minds and knowledge with us. Till then, ciao. Thank you, Didzis.